Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to give a short presentation on audit. I'm going through these contents. Now, what is audit? An audit is a report to the shareholders of a company by an independent auditor of their assessment of whether the financial statements show a true and a fair view. Audit is simply an independent examination of financial information of any entity, whether profit oriented or not, irrespective of its size or legal form. When such an examination is conducted with a view to express an opinion thereon. Auditing also attempts to ensure that the books of accounts are properly maintained by the concern as required by the law. Auditors consider the propositions before them, obtain evidence, and evaluate the proposition in their auditing report. Audit is the examination or the inspection of various books of account by an auditor, followed by physical checking of inventory to make sure that all departments are following documented system of recording transactions. It is done to ascertain the accuracy of financial statement provided by the organization. Now, why audit is important? Audit is important as audit provides credibility to a set of financial statements and gives the shareholders confidence that the accounts are true and fair. Audit can also help to improve a company's internal controls and system. Now, what are the types of audit? The types of audit are internal audit, external audit, IRS tax audit, financial audit, operational audit, compliance audit, information system audit, payroll audit, pay audit. There are almost 9 types of audit. First one is internal audit. Internal audit take place within your business. As a business owner, you initiate the audit while someone else in your business conduct it. Business have shareholders or board members may use internal audits as a way to update them on their business finances. And internal auditors are a good way to check in on financial goals. Although there are many reasons you may conduct an internal audit. Some common reasons include propose improvements, monitor effectiveness, make sure your business is compliant with laws and regulations, review and verify financial informations, review risks, manage review and verify financial information, evaluate risk management policy and procedures, examine operation process. These are the some reasons that I may conduct an internal audit. Now, next one is external audit. An external audit is conducted by a third party, such as accountant, the IRS, or a tax agency. The external audit has no connection to your business, for example, not an employee, and external auditors must follow generally accepted auditing standards GAAS. Like internal audit, the main objective of external audit is to determine the accuracy of accounting records. Investors and lenders typically require external audit to ensure the business financial information and data is accurate and fair. Next one is IRS tax audit. IRS tax audit are used to assess the accuracy of your company's filed tax return. Auditors looks for discrepancies in your business tax liabilities to make sure your company did not overpay or underpay taxes. And tax auditor review possible errors on your small business tax return. Auditor usually conduct IRS audits randomly. IRS audits can be conducted namely mail or through in-person interview. Now next one is financial audit. A financial audit is one of the most common type of audit. Most type of financial audits are external. During a financial audit, the auditor analyzes the fairness and accuracy of a business financial statements. Auditors review transactions, procedure, and balances to conduct a financial audit. After the audit, the third party usually releases an audit opinion about your business to the lenders, creditors, and investors. Next one is operational audit. Operational auditors are similar to the internal audits. An operational audit analyzes your company's goals, planning process, procedures, and operation results. Generally, operational audits are conducted internally, however, an operational audit can be external. The goal of an operational audit is to fully evaluate your business operations and determine ways to improve them. The next one is compliance audit. A compliance audit examines your business policies and procedures to see if they comply with internal or external standards. Compliance audits can help to determine whether or not your business is compliant with paying workers' compensation or shareholder distributions, and they can help determine if your business is compliant with IRS regulations. Next one is information system audit. Information system audit mostly impacts software and IT programs. Business owners use information system audits to detect issues relating to software development, data processing, and computer system. Uh, this type of audit, that is information system audit, ensures the system provides accurate information to the users and makes sure unauthorized parties do not have access to private data. And IT and non-software business should regularly conduct mini cyber security audits to ensure their systems are secure from fraud and hackers. Next one is payroll audit. A payroll audit examines your business payrolls process to ensure they are correct or accurate. When conducting payroll audit, it look at different payroll factors such as pay rates, wages, tax withholdings, and employee information. Payroll audits are typically internal. Conducting internal payroll audit helps prevent possible external audits in the future. Business should conduct internal payroll audit annually to check for errors in their payroll process and prevent complaint. And the last one is pay audit. Pay audit allows you to identify pay discrepancies among your employees. A pay audit can help you spot unequal pay at your company. During a pay audit, analyze things like disparities due to race, religions, age, and gender. Pay audit can also help you to ensure workers are paid fairly based on your business industry and location. Now, moving toward the next slide, parties involved in audit. There are almost three parties involved in audit. There are first party, second party, and third party. Now you should have to know what is first party, who is party audit, who is second party audit, and who is third party audit. So moving toward the first party audit. First party audits are better known as internal audits. This is when someone from the organization itself will audit a process or set of process in the quality management system to ensure it meets the procedure that the company has specified. This person can be employee of the organization or someone hired by the organization to perform the internal audits, such as a consultant. But the important thing is that the person is acting on behalf of the company rather than a customer or certification body. This type of audit is focused only not on whether the company processes meet the requirements of standards, but all the rules of the company has set for itself. The audit will look at problem areas where processes do not align with each other, opportunity for improvement, and the effectiveness of the quality management system. By design, these audits can and should be much more in depth than the other audits, since this is one of the best way to for a company to find the areas to improve upon. Now, moving toward the next audit is second party audits. A second party audits is when a company performs an audit of its suppliers to ensure that they are meeting the requirements specified in the contract. These requirements may include a special control over certain processes, requirements on traceability of some parts of the service, requirements for specific documentation or record, or any of a host of other items to other items of special interest to that customer. These audits can be done sit on sites by reviewing the process or even off site by reviewing documents submitted by the supplier. The customer can audit all or part of the contract. It is important to understand that a second party audit is between the customer and the supplier and has nothing to do with the becoming certified. Many people think that second party audit would be necessary once a certification body certifies a company, but this is not necessarily true. Even if a third party audit certifies you, any of your customer may still want to perform a second party audit to look at elements of their contract, especially if these elements are not same or sufficiently covered by the requirements set out in a standards the company has certified to. Now, the third party audit occur when a company has decided that they want to create a quality management system that conforms to a standard set of requirements such as ISO 9001 and hire an independent auditing company to perform an audit to verify that company has succeeded in meeting these standards. These independent companies are normally known as certifications bodies, and they are in the business of conducting audits to compare and verify the quality management system uh, meets all the requirements of the chosen standard and continues to meet the requirements on an ongoing basis. Then they provide certification to the companies that they access and as having achieved the standards. This can be used to give customer of the certified company confidence that meets the quality management system and it meets the requirements of the chosen standard. There are the three types of audits used in process called certification audits, maintenance or surveillance audits, and recertification audits. Moving towards the phases or of audit cycle. First, first one phases of audit cycle is audit planning. Audit planning is the first step of audit cycle in which the preparation consists of planning everything. This is usually done in advance by the interested parties. This can be done by an auditor, the lender auditor, the auditor program manager, the client himself, or a combination of any of these, so that the audit complies with the objective of the clients. The necessary approvals, if any taken, are um, taken, and information is provided to the party being audited. Sometimes no information on auditing is provided to the party being audited, and a surprise audit will be conducted. However, these incidents are very less and are usually third party audits. This stage of audit planning begins with the necessary approvals and decision to conduct an audit, and ends with the beginning of the audit itself. Next one is audit execution. The execution of an audit is often referred to as field work. It is the phase in which there is the data gathering for audit and covers the entire period right from arrival that the audit location up till the exit meeting. Many activities are included in audit excursion, like meeting with the auditee, understanding the requirements and process, and verifying the process against the standard operating procedure. It also provides communication with the other team members and the party being audited. Moving toward the next phase of audit cycle is audit report. Audit report is one of the crucial steps in which the results are communicated. The results may be communicated to the person expecting the audit or requesting it. The report is usually issued in the name of the lead auditor after a few follow-up processes are completed. The audit report must be sent to the whoever has requested the audit, including the third party auditors. Now, the last one phase of audit cycle is audit follow up. Audit is not completed when the all the planned activities during auditing are completed. These are, if the client agrees the audit is completed, then the audit is declared as completed. The final step of audit follow up is to have proper closure, in which the corrective action as suggested and improvements or the plan of action is also given. Moving toward the advantage of audit, there are almost 30 advantages of audit. So the first one is access to the capital market. The public has to remain under the security exchanges and the requirements given under it. Once the auditing does the accountants, that audit easily accepted by the government, such as central banks, public authorities. This carries a greater authority standards for the account to authorize. Next one is lower capital cost. Lower capital cost has reduced information that associates with the financial statements that have lower interest rate and return on their investments. Sometimes these activities provide facilitated settlements and claims of a partner. By performing the process of auditing, frauds and errors can be rectified on time. Next one is deterrent to fraud and efficiency. Auditing that has carried out has to be within the claimed accountant department. In the event of loss, the property that will maintain a fund is transferred. In case if the public has a separate ownership plan, then the claims has have to be resolved from the insurance claim. Next one is operational improvement. An independent auditor can control and achieve operating efficiency within the client's organization. It has an influence on the staffs along with the members of the client's organization. Next one is ownership. If a public company deals with the audition, they can try to reassure the stakeholders but about the accounts that maintained properly. The next one is amalgamating members of the company. The nature of each organization will be to define the goals. This amalgamation helps in uniting peoples to work together as a team. This combination or unity can be found during the process of auditing. Next one is value of business. The event of the purchase has to identify within the management and by the sale team. It interrelates with the settlements of claims, retirements, funds, etc. In case of loss of property, one has to enhance the activities with moral values. Next one advantage is gathering information about profit or loss. Audit helps to gather information about profit and loss in very easy way. Next one is confidentiality. During the process of external audit, there is more private information such as internal employee salary, CPF, etc. It may be significant for the person to learn about the organization. It is because the auditor makes the consideration and conducts the meeting that holds regarding the audit. Now the next one is accessing the tax. It is a process of calculating one's property. The person who calculates calls an assessor. The information will record in the local government regarding taxes and support. It has a specialization in the view logics that specifically modify for the sake of insurance. Next one is proof scan presents. During the audit, one may collect the details from the person to ensure that even every property has legal proof. It helps in the evaluation of further discussions. It helps in increasing the goodwill that might keep a track of the data collected. Next one is the event of loss. In the event of loss of lives or property, an individual can get help from the insured. It determines the value for business in taking better decisions on their own. It enables ones to collect detail about the accounts and properties that maintained. Next one is settlement of claims. The settlement of claims demands the enhancement and better atmosphere that sequenced within the organization. For accessing the influencing moral values, one has to restrain themselves from performing fraudulent activities. Next one is settlement of disputes. Whatever the disputes coming between the management can between the management can easily settle that handled within the past accounts. This required independent information that enhance the accurate assessment of the traders, and it has more constructive way of improving the efficiency of business within the management. Reports or reports produces the sorry reports auditing help to produces the reports of truth and fairness of the reported audit, and it involves financial statements that are more compatible when a person goes through the documents and reports of the audit. Next one is maintaining the reputation of the organization. For the complementation of an external audit, the reputation of the company enhances in the meanwhile, ensuring the growth of the organization. It reviews the multitude of the regulations since it maintains a reputation in the company. High quality perfection. Every organizations will strive indefinitely for their success. This decision will take in case to undertake the particular concept that organizations provide. This financial representation of data can be gathered once the complete process of auditing gets over. It deals with the same accounting and interpreting of high quality perfection. Next one is ethical behavior. Auditing provide the ethical behavior. Auditing help to maximize the profit level, and auditing help to improve with the quality standards. With the help of auditing audit we can easily analyze we can easily analytical procedures, as it can neither help in prioritizing the changes and allocating them with the resources that record in the work papers of audit. It also involves the control and environment and appointment of the analytical procedures of the system. Reconciliation of items is another advantage of audit. Accounting on audit is also advantage of audit. Returning the loan, no politics, auditor constructive, regulated audit, settlement of claims, money on contract basis. These all are the advantages of audits. Moving toward the disadvantage of audits, first one is extra cost. As testing involves the extra cost to the organization, which is considered a burden. It also involves the disruption of multiple cases. The auditor has to concentrate more even though there are disruption before the audit begins. The auditor must get the attention of all the staff members of the organization. Next one is evidence that is identified is more pervasive than conclusive. The strength of the submission of audited accounts makes major changes in the accounts of the distribution of profits. Harassment of steps is another disadvantage of audit. Unsuitable chances of fraud, small concerns, problems in some remedial measures, insufficient considerate and not guaranteed. That is auditing cannot provide any data that are analyzed and prepared. It has financial accounts for the data that are provided. It is disclosed based on the information and explanation that are agreed on by the clients. So these all are the disadvantages of audit. Moving toward the conclusion, in my view, one of the key benefit of the performing an audit is to detect and prevent the fraud of any kind within an organization. If any such activities is found out, an auditor will provide a suggestion as to what course of action should the company take. This is why through an audit is not mandatory for every company, but it is highly recommended for everyone. So thank you for listening.